You can always tell it's going to be a craft video if I paint my nails. My nails are painted. Enjoy this because my nails are never, ever painted. Ever. My hands actually. Hey guys, it's Ebony. Welcome back to my channel. And today's video is another craft video, but it's kind of unlike any craft video I've done recently. I'm not going to be doing any crafts. I'm not going to be showing you things that I'm eventually going to make into crafts. Today's video is all about my Etsy shop, Elle's Yarn Barrel, which is where I sell all the hats that I knit and crochet. There's very little crochet because I'm more partial to knitting. Just because this would be a really kind of short video, even shorter than it's going to be for me, I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about how I started knitting, crocheting, and opening my shop and stuff like that. So, I started crocheting when I was really young. My grandma showed me and my sister how to crochet when we were like, I think I was around like 10. I didn't really take to it as in like making things. It was more just like me and my sister chaining a bunch of times just to see how long we can make. I remember once we actually made a chain that was so long it stretched to either side of our living room, and that was about as far as both of us went with crocheting. And then when I was around, I want to say 14 or 15, it was when I was first getting into high school, I randomly saw this knitting book, and it was like, ooh, learn how to knit, teach yourself how to knit, teenager, get a new hobby. And I was like, okay. I think it was in like a Macy's or a JCPenney's or something. It was a book, an instructional book, and 2 pairs of wooden knitting needles. I think they were like size 6s. I don't know, I gave them away to my cousin when she wanted to start knitting. A daring needle, which is funny because it's I still have the needle. It's like one of the only needles I used. So I made a couple of the projects on those. I remember it had like a cell phone case, a little coin purse, and a hat. And I remember really just being really excited about the hat. I don't know why. I actually still have the first hat that I made, even though it's really floppy and weird and kind of ugly, but I still have it because I'm sentimental. And for some reason, I'm not really sure why, but I ended up putting, you know, my crafting, my needles away. I didn't knit for a really long time. I'm not really sure why, but I kind of picked it back up in my senior year of high school. Midway through my senior year in high school, I got really sick. I ended up going to the hospital and getting diagnosed with pancreatitis. Luckily, because I was 17 in a kid's hospital, they didn't tell me, hey, yo, you were like really close to dying from this. They didn't tell me that. I literally had to find that out through Google when I was like, wonder if I have pancreatitis again. They was like, oh, this could be fatal if you get to these stages. And I was in those stages. Coming off of pancreatitis, which they completely cleared up, you know, hey, not dead. I was still having a lot of issues and, you know, follow-up treatments. I ended up getting diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, and eventually they kind of, you know, did more tests, and it turns out I was more. My diagnosis as of now is like mild Crohn's disease, but they're not sure. I don't know how or why. I have a really weird body, I guess. But on paper, I have Crohn's disease. After graduating high school, I got through that, graduated high school, and I just had a massive amount of downtime. I kind of, you know, talked with my parents and decided that I wanted to at least put school off for a year so I could, you know, get used to having my disease and, you know, hopefully be in remission by the time next school year comes up. I was not, but we're not gonna talk about that. And I just had a lot of downtime, time at home by myself. My sister was at college, my parents were at work, and I was just always by myself with Snoop, who right now has his face on the lowest shelf of the bookshelf. You're so weird. So I ended up picking back up my knitting needles and, you know, junking around with, you know, some of the yarn that I had laying around from when I used to knit, and I picked it back up and made like 10 or 11 hats within like a week. I was churning them out at least like once a day. I was either finishing a project and then immediately starting another one. I was just, you know, whipping them out literally. I started getting into like, you know, knitting communities on Tumblr and, you know, following a lot of knitters on Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that, and Instagram especially. And I was just like, wow, you know, these people, you know, make things all the time and they actually sell them. This is their job. This is kind of cool. I wish I could do that. And then after a while I realized you can do that. You can do that. It was either 2013 or 2014. I'm pretty sure 13. I opened my Etsy shop and I think I had maybe 15 hats on sale, and currently I have 40 right now because I'm kind of a sucker for, you know, a 2 or 3 day project, which is why I kind of stay away from scarves and mittens and stuff. I'm eventually going to get on that. But my mom keeps telling me that I need to start making like matching sets of hats and scarves, or hats and scarves and mittens and stuff. And because it is now, you know, on the cusp of fall and winter, which is when, you know, people of my occupation tend to thrive very well, because who doesn't want a hat during the winter? That's why I decided to make this video now. And I actually did make a video about my shop when I first opened it. It's somewhere down there. It's still public, and don't be surprised because I look completely different. That was right after I, you know, and bleached my hair. I was, you know, just bald and beautiful. I feel like my face looks a little fuller too, but that was 4 or 5 years ago. So do I really want to promo that look? I was cute. You know, let me not get down on myself. I had a little style or whatever. I'm not really sure what style it was, but I put myself out there. Currently all the things I was talking about in that video are kind of obsolete because that was in my old house 4 years ago. Obviously, you know, I'm not in the same place. And professionally, I'm not in the same place either, because back then I did not have a Tumblr for my shop, which I do have now, which will be linked in the description box. I didn't have an Instagram for my crafts, which I also have. In the description box. I guess I won't pop in or whatever back then, but I guess I kind of am now. Am I feeling myself a little too much? I don't know. Maybe I should show you some of my stuff. Yeah, those are just a few of the hats I have on sale. I think I have 40 on. Okay, well, once I post those first 3 listings, it'll be about 43. I actually do have one other item on my shop besides hats though, and it's something that I'm really proud of because I've been working on these babies for a minute, and I'm so happy that they're finally like a reality. They're these little heart and yarn ball keychains. Well, this one is actually on my keys right now. Look at how nicely it goes with all my miscellaneous items. Wow, does anybody actually even know what this is? Oh my god, comment if you know what this is. Look at it, isn't it cute? It's like this little knitted heart and this yarn ball. And it's an idea that I had for a really, really long time. I just wasn't confident enough in my polymer clay skills. And here are a couple others in a lot of different colors. Oh man, I'm pretty sure like this lavender kills me. Like, it's so pretty. I have a few that are oriented different. Like, here's one with a really big heart on the top and the yarn ball on the bottom. And then here we have the one on my actual keychain, which is small heart and the yarn ball on the bottom. Where's the one with the 2 hearts? I'm a professional. Here it is. It's the black one that's 2 hearts. It's 1 solid heart and 1 knit heart. But there are some that are 2 yarn balls, which I think is really cute, especially if you're just, you know, a needle art specialist that doesn't really knit. I know a lot of people that only crochet, and then we have one that is the yarn ball on the top and the heart on the bottom. They all turned out really, really cute. Got this Granny Smith one. This color is just so amazing to me. These turned out so pretty, and I'm really, really proud of them. So yeah, if you have a knitter in your life, or someone, you know, that collects yarn balls like a mother like me, I think that would be a really cute Christmas gift or birthday gift, or I'm so sorry you're back in college, here's something to make you smile gift. Speaking of things that I'm super, super proud of, I recently created new business cards. Shout out to Vistaprint. My old business cards, they were really cute. You know, I had my little design or whatever, but it was printed on like cheap ass paper, and if you got water on them, they smudged, and they were just really flimsy and really cheap because I'm broke. But I got some money and ended up getting Vistaprint cards. So I created a whole new logo, a new little Chubby character of mine, and this is how they ended up coming out. Isn't that so cute? Look at that little tiny me up there. Oh my god, my puff is actually that big now. I should probably, you know, stick some knitting needles in my fro. Here's the back, and the idea to make my puff a yarn ball actually came from one of my best friends. While I was like drawing these out, I was kind of, you know, group chatting it up, and I used this image as my my icon on my Etsy shop, on my Tumblr, on my Instagram. So thank you so much, Anita, for giving me that idea. Every time I've sent out something, I've always wanted to have like some little, like a little tiny trinket, and over the years I've made yarn, I've knitted like tiny little hearts, I've crocheted flowers, I've made pins, and now I'm really happy that I've concreted down something that I want to send out with my orders, something that is cute but like kind of signature and trademarky. And it's this little guy. Isn't he cute? He's unstuffed right now because he's not in the order yet. But once someone orders from my shop, these little guys get to, you know, get puffed up. His name is Gloomy Gus. I know, it's a very simple character, but I still felt like naming him. And he actually has a little tag with my shop name on it. It also kind of works as a kickstand if you bend it back. So you can sit up on your desk. That's how I have one up in my room on my work desk. They coincide with the tags inside of my hats, which took me forever to create because I'm a picky person, but here it is. Oh my god, I love it so much, and I actually, you know, figured out how to attach them without messing with the hat on the outside. And they're just little cotton tags, and they have washing instructions on the back, and the material that the hat is made out of, most of them are, you know, in the center at the top, because that's the part that isn't touching your head most of the time with my hats, because most of them are very slouchy. But some are oriented a different way. So this tag is actually like it's attached on this side of the tag instead of on the other side. Watching instructions. So when it's in the hat, it lays really flat against your head. If I can show you this, hold on. Let me know. See, it lays like flat against your head and it's not poking you in the back of the head all day. I'm just really proud of the way that my shop has grown over the years, and this little thing that was just, you know, a fun little hobby for me could actually become, you know, something that I do for a long time. So if you're in need of some, you know, stylish headgear in these coming fall and winter months, holla at your girl. I mostly use my Instagram for just postings of new listings and works in progress and things I want to dupe and patterns and things like that. I was trying to make this video really short, but this is probably going to be, you know, a decent ebony sized video, probably come around 15 minutes. So let's wrap it up. I would say subscribe to my channel if you're new, but this isn't a craft channel and I don't post crafting videos very often. I'm sorry, I'm just another K-pop vlog. I'm so sorry, but you know, I mean, hey, if you're into K-pop and crafts, which I've met a lot of people who are, if you're into both of those things, I'm your girl. Let's hang out. Let's talk about K-pop. Let's talk about knitting. I'm so awkward. I don't know how to end things. This is gonna be the most awkward end screen ever.